Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on Arrow Season 6. So Arrow at the moment, and well, to be more specific I guess, Team Arrow at the moment is split. Oliver is on his own in the upcoming episode, not only like the on-field sense, you know, like Team Arrow's the people on the field fighting crime, with Diggle now leaving him after what happened last episode, but it also looks like Oliver and Felicity could be, you know, taking a break next episode. And don't scream, oh my god, Felicity's getting divorced, might I say. Start celebrating if you don't like it, start crying if you like it and stuff like that. I think it's just done for plot reasons, so Oliver is like isolated, if that makes sense. But yeah, essentially Oliver is all on his own in every single department, I guess. And this is even going to include the mayoral side of him, or the political side, as he's now getting impeached. I'm sure everyone's going to be being a bit distant from him, except maybe Quentin. But some of the upcoming episodes of this season include, obviously, next episode, which is episode 18, which will involve Oliver seeing things due to hallucinations, if you want to call it, to keep it vague. Episode 19 of the season, which will be a very heavy episode on Richard Dragon and Black Siren. We will be seeing a lot of them in that episode, which should be great. That episode is actually just called The Dragon. I think there is some stuff with Team Arrow, as you would expect, but the main focus, and I guess the main, you know, thing to watch that episode for, if you're going to watch it, is the Ricardo Diaz and Black Siren stuff, where they're apparently going to Bloodhaven, which should be pretty cool. But what we are going to be going over in this video is some stuff regarding episode 21 of this season, otherwise known as the third last episode, and we will also be going over some stuff from the last episode of this season, which is obviously the finale. But before that, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below throughout the video what you're thinking, what are your different thoughts and stuff about this video, what gets you excited about some of the stuff that's coming up. Just let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're new. So the first thing we'll be going over is some stuff regarding episode 21. I think it just makes more sense to go through the episode, or this video, might I say, with the chronological stuff that's going to be showing up on the show. So yeah. So episode 21, we don't know the episode title of that episode at the moment as of yet. We might know it in the next couple of weeks leading up to, well, just some promotional stuff for it, but at the moment it's untitled. So the first thing to talk about from episode 21 is that Colin Donnell is on set. Now, Colin Donnell is the guy that plays Tommy Merlyn. Now, this isn't spoilers. This is like, oh my god, Paige, why didn't you warn us? Oh my god, this is like secret information that you're giving us. This is no secret. Like, Stephen Amell has posted pictures with himself and Colin Donnell on set of Arrow. When Arrow was renewed for season 7, Stephen Amell posted a picture of himself and Colin Donnell holding up, you know, finger digits to represent 7. And so he's on set and he's going to be in episode 21. But yeah, there's no secret here. Colin Donnell is on set to play Tommy Merlyn again in Arrow Season 6, Episode 21. But Paigey, how the hell is Tommy there? Tommy is dead. What the hell's going on? Well, there are two options. I guess the first one you could say is that maybe he's revived, and this could be leading into Season 7. As we do know, at the end of Episode 16, we saw that there's more Lazarus Pits, and Roy, Thea, and Nyssa are sort of going out to sort of deal with that. So maybe they could bring that plot point back in this episode, and maybe, you know, Tommy Merlyn is brought back to life, and maybe he's a bit, you know, psychotic. That could maybe what they're going for in this episode, and setting it up for maybe for season 7, where maybe the evil version of Tommy Merlyn is the villain, which is like what it was in the New 52. Tommy Merlyn was the Dark Archer, or a Dark Archer in the New 52 comics. So maybe the show could be, you know, translating that and doing their interpretation of that for season 7. But the other option, and I think the option that's most likely going to happen, is that it's just someone impersonating him. So Will Travell, who played Christopher Chance, aka the Human Target in last season, you know, he was the guy that like impersonated Oliver to pretend that he was Mayor, because Oliver was like a target of an assassination. So remember that episode from last season? That's the Human Target. He's going to be in episode 21 as well, so maybe he impersonates Tommy. That could be what's going on here. The reason as to why he would impersonate Tommy, might I say, I have no idea. Like, why would he want to do that? Like, what does he benefit from that? We'll have to wait and see. Maybe Oliver might need, you know, Tommy to be alive for some reason, and he gets Christopher Chance to do it. I don't know why the Human Target would impersonate Tommy, but the fact that he's in the episode and that Tommy's going to be in the episode as well just makes me put 2 and 2 together and think, okay, well, he's going to impersonate him. But we'll have to wait and see. There could be another reason that Tommy comes back. I don't think they're doing flashbacks in this episode. So yeah, it's going to be another way that Tommy is brought back. Now, Diggle apparently is still split from Oliver at this episode. Diggle is not on Team Arrow anymore. From what I've heard, he's actually working with new Team Arrow. So that's going to be interesting to see why that's going on. My guess is that he will be split from Oliver until maybe the second last episode, so the episode after this one, and then they'll like reunite at the end to take on Dragon and beat him, and then they'll all be a happy family or happy team come the end of the season. That's my prediction, at least. It's very cliche, but it's something that the show will do, and that's what I'm expecting them to do. But once again, we'll have to wait and see. Now, Canada Graphs did post a photo on Twitter, probably some other social media, but mainly Twitter, from this episode's filming, where there is this like mystery female character. Now the quality is bad, but it's because he took heaps of photos, and this was like the only one that actually had a decent look at the face, even though it's blurry, and it's blurry because he would have had to zoom in, if you know what I mean. Now, looking at this actress, she has something over her head to cover her hair, so we can't really tell who the character is from the hair. But my first thought was that going by the mask, it did look like Artemis or Evelyn Sharp. So we haven't heard anything about Artemis since, the end of last season. There's been no confirmation of what happened to her. So my first thought was, okay, well, maybe Artemis comes back in some way, shape, or form. I don't know why she would come back and why she'll be involved in this episode or the end of this season, but that's what the mask looks like. If I, put, two pictures up here to compare the pair, the mask looks like Artemis or Evelyn Sharp's face. But I was told that the actress actually looked taller than the actress who played Artemis. So the actress that's in this photo right here looked around like 5'11" or something like that, while the actress that plays Artemis or Evelyn Sharp, you would have been able to tell from last season, is incredibly short. Like, she's like 5'2" maybe at the most. So I don't know, maybe she was wearing stilts. Maybe this is Artemis and she was wearing stilts and made her look a bit taller. I'm not too sure. But if we are going to go off this information and just say, okay, it's not Artemis, the actress was taller, so yeah, it's not Artemis, my first thought went to be, okay, could it possibly be Huntress? The actress who played Huntress, who was Jessica DeGao, I think that's how you pronounce it, had been like rumored to be coming back to the show, but she'd been busy on other shows and sort of wasn't able to do that. So she had to like turn down returns to the role, and like the producers and stuff just weren't able to get her back. So I don't think she's on anything at the moment, or if she would be, she might have finished this season's run or something like that. So maybe the producers were able to get her back, and they were like trying to keep this actress and whoever this person is that was on set secret. They've been really secretive about this episode in regards to public filming, which I think is weird when Stephen Amell himself just tweeted out stuff about Tommy Merlyn being back. But maybe he did that sort of to throw a twist in there, because we really wouldn't be able to guess too much on how he's coming back. But they were, protecting this actress heavily. Like, they were putting stuff over her head to keep her hidden and stuff. So maybe it's Huntress, maybe it's Artemis. It's someone that the producers and people on the show don't want the public to see, for spoiler reasons. So it's not a new character. You'd have to think it's a character we know. So Artemis, Huntress or something like that. But I think the face looks like Artemis, but let me know what you think in the comments. But now onto some news about the Arrow finale, just some quick news. We know that the episode will be directed by James Bamford, so expect some good fight sequences. Usually the episodes that he directs are very good because he was the old fight choreographer for the show. Now he's a director, and I think whatever episode he directs, usually there's really standout fight scenes. But I guess more importantly, the more important news, if you want to call it, for the finale, and it's news that I'm sure a lot of you guys already know, and that is that Sara Lance will be returning for the finale for this season of Arrow. Even though that's awesome news, the big question that comes around this is why? Why is she coming back for the finale? So there are a couple of options. I guess the first one is that she's there to help Oliver. If Team Arrow is still split at that point in the finale and Sara is available, then she might come back to help Oliver. Or maybe she's back to have something to do with Quentin, maybe. One of the popular theories is that Quentin might die in this season, and it might be something that either pushes Black Siren into being completely evil, because maybe Oliver wasn't able to protect her father, or maybe it pushes her to being good, or maybe Black Siren is the one that kills Quentin, something like that. Maybe it was like a last order by Ricardo Diaz to test her loyalty, if you want to call it, for her to kill Quentin. Maybe that was a part of Ricardo Diaz's plan to get her close to her father, so she would have to make that tough choice to kill him for Ricardo Diaz to trust her, if that makes sense. So maybe Sara Lance comes back to deal with that, and then she has to deal with Black Siren as well. Or maybe she comes back to deal with Black Siren in a sense of pushing her over to the side of good. I don't know, there's a couple of different things that could happen, and it could be all of the above, everything I've said there. Help Oliver, something to do with Quentin, something to do with Black Siren as well. It could be all of them, but hopefully she has a significant role. I'm excited to see like how big of a role she has in the finale, because it's pretty exciting to have her back on Arrow. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on the video to show your support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions on stuff I've gone over in this video. Are you looking forward to Tommy Merlyn being back? Do you think he's going to be played by sort of like an impersonation thing by Christopher Chance? What are your thoughts on Sara coming back to the show? Do you think that's Artemis in that photo? Do you think it's Huntress? Or do you think it's a completely new character? If I had to put money on it, I would say Artemis. But I don't know. If the actress is too small, then it must be someone else, I guess. But yeah, just let me know all of your opinions down there in the comments section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.